This is the Olga Kern International Piano Competition, and these are some of our esteemed jury members.
I'm Piers Lane. I live in London, but I'm Australian originally, and I'm the Artistic Director of the Sydney International Piano Competition.
I'm Olga Kern, and I'm President of the jury and Artistic Director of this wonderful competition.
I'm Rob Cross. I'm from the Virginia Arts Festival, the Artistic Director. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
I know that people watching will be interested to hear, when we have so many great pianists in a competition like this with such a high level of playing, what sort of things are you looking for in the playing when you have to decide who advances to the next round and who doesn't? What are you looking for?
Well,
big question, but
you know when you hear it what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, I mean, everybody here is pretty phenomenal technically speaking, but some people speak through that technique and others don't, and some are aware of different styles for different composers. Some have flair for performing and really communicate with the audience. We're really looking for all the things that you look for as an audience member, but on a top level.
yeah.
And for me also, I totally agree with Piers, but also it needs to touch my heart. Because that's all what we are actually, as a performers, as a listeners, we are hoping that when we listen to this great music, it goes to our hearts and just makes us feel a different emotions, moving us to a different levels.
The level of playing is really, really high, but sometimes it will just draw you in and immediately command your attention.
Yeah. What sort of goes into deciding the format of the competition, of having specific repertoire requirements for the first round and having chamber music and a concerto? What leads to those sort of decisions?
I will start if you don't mind. Kind of felt that we should have a chamber music round.
Yeah.
It just shows a different level of musicianship. The first round we have polyphony, understanding, listening, and of course one of the classical sonatas, which is just a base of every real pianist, a concert pianist. I love playing Rachmaninoff, and I always feel that through this composer, and he was such a great pianist, through this composer, if pianists really can play Rachmaninoff, it shows a lot. And for the second round, I think they must show their own repertoire. They must show what they're the strongest. That's why I give them a freedom to decide what they would like to play in their recital, which is the second round. And of course the final round with the orchestra, it's a pretty standard repertoire, one of the big concerti, and this every round shows a little different side, and I think it's important for us all as jurors to identify the right person who can actually do everything.
And I would say having the chamber music opportunity, a lot of them will have more opportunities playing chamber music than they will playing concertos with orchestras. So it's really important to know that they can do that.
Any advice you have for young pianists who might be watching this competition?
Golly, that's a tricky one. Well, to look beyond the accomplishment of what's on the paper. There has to be something, as Olga said before, that touches your heart, that is personal.
Yes, for sure. I mean, when you perform, it doesn't matter if you're performing for the jurors or it's in a competition or it's just a concert. You just need to feel comfortable and just perform this great music. So that's the most important thing, I think.
And I would say the other thing is you're asking about people who might be watching. It's just the opportunity to listen to a lot of different pianists' interpretation.
Yeah.
And just, when you're that young, you just got to listen, and just take the opportunity while you can.
Yeah.